Hi guys! Today the theme of the week is a letter to future feminists, and I guess I'm talking about that in terms of sort of aspiring feminists and young people um, who are sort of thinking of becoming more and more feminist. Now, where do I start, to be honest? First of all, you're all really awesome because it is very difficult to be sort of aware of social issues like patriarchy and kyriarchy when you're very young. You've probably got really cool parents, to be honest. To be honest with you, I think the journey into the land of social justice is not going to be an easy one. Um, you've got a lot of things to sort of fight on the way, like especially when you're sort of preteen or early teenagers. A lot of really restrictive beauty standards that everyone around you is adhering to, really harmful media messages, sexist attitudes from your peers, etc., etc., etc. And you never really stop fighting all of those things, I guess. It just gets a bit easier to learn how to um, as you get a bit older, I think. But don't let me put you off. You will also encounter awesomeness in the world of feminism, such as like body positivity movements and sex positivity movements, which like things like that can really sort of help you feel a lot better about yourself and think about yourself in different ways, which is great. You've got loads of sort of awesome role models and inspirations in the world of feminism that you can come across. Go check out our videos on female inspirations. We did that a couple of weeks ago. You've also got some really awesome communities and safe spaces that you can get involved in, which kind of make it a lot like safer and easier to be a feminist, I think, when you're surrounding yourself with other people. There's loads of activism and sort of protests and things you can get involved with, which are looking more and more and more important to get involved with. And these lead to things like really awesome successes, like the Nadine Dorries bill being dropped, or finally getting Facebook to get rid of those like awful rape joke pages and things like that. So we've got it just kind of makes it, successes like that make it a lot more worth it. And don't let me scare you off of feminism. I promise you it's awesome. The most important thing, I think, as a budding feminist is to look after yourself, really, because doing too much can be completely exhausting mentally and physically. It can take it out of you, really. Um, I think you should definitely try to do what you can and try and do what you want to do and what really grabs your interest. But I think you can end up wearing yourself out and getting into trouble if you're pushing yourself too hard. But the thing is that if you can't sort of look after yourself, then it's very difficult for you to be of help to other people or to be of help to a movement. So the most important thing is to look after yourself, and then when you've got that down, then you can go and invest your energy and everything into other causes. Um, and on that note, I think it's very important to support other feminists. Really, I think that because people do push themselves too hard and people do get into really difficult spots, really, and it's important to sort of try and form communities and to support each other and hold each other up, and be there for each other, because that makes the movement stronger. I think the thing with feminism, when you're starting kind of really young, and actually no, whenever you're starting really, is that it's a real learning process. So it's really important to keep your mind open, to listen as much as you can and to learn from others. Even if you initially disagree with what someone's saying, always try to hear them out and try to understand. Be really critical of your own opinions, and sort of try and work out why you think a certain way, why someone else thinks in a different way, and where those sort of opposing viewpoints are coming from. And ask loads of questions, I think, as well, is really good for the learning process and just generally to start sort of discussion and debate, I think, around feminist issues. Just ask loads and loads and loads of questions. Okay, don't ever be satisfied with "that's just the way it is" as an answer. So I can't tell you the amount of times I've been told that. I think as well what's important is that you can learn from like the successes and the failures of feminism in the past. Like it's been going on a very long time now, and it's really useful to look at why some movements or why some sort of campaigns were more successful than others, and work out like where that happened and how you can use that to sort of further your own feminism. Um, and let your feminism, let it be inclusive. I think you're so important. You guys are the future of feminism. Make it a feminism we can all put our names behind and be proud of. um, yeah, that was my sort of unsolicited advice to future feminists. Now go be awesome. Yeah.